live on. Oh, get your headphones on. Are these our headphones right here? No, those right there. These are hers? Okay. All right, we're live Facebook. We're on 1921radio.com. We're on 1921 Radio on Facebook. And of course, you're listening on WVON as well. WVON Facebook family. We're all over the place. Oh, excuse me. What's up, Facebook Live? Yeah, buddy. It's your boy. It's your boy. Yeah, I have no questions now that I think about it. So I'm just gonna kind of just go with it. What did you start? You know, what did you do? And I'm gonna tell everybody they can check out your article on 1921radio.com. What's up, Sterling? I got stuff all over the place. Right? What's up, big dog? Ah, you got it, man. Good to see you. Oh, my bad. All right. Baby. When the lonely night, babe. If I'm feeling right. Ooh, you did one water, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I was just inviting.
All right, Jake. Ready to go, sir? WVON family. Hey, it's Thursday night. It's 1921 radio. I got one more thing to say. Ain't nothing worse than rejection. I feel a little better if you smack my face. Hey, you guys know what time it is. It's the time, and therefore it's time for 1921 radio. WVON family, I miss you guys. I know it's been a week. It feels like it's been longer. And then sometimes I feel like it was just yesterday. All right. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be in this moment to share this opportunity with you on what 1921 radio is about. 1921, as some of you may know, is named to honor Black Wall Street. It's named to honor the resilience of Black business owners and Black entrepreneurs and what we went through a little over 100 years ago. And that, man, we had a thriving community of nearly 10,000 people, almost the size of Fulton Market. So think Fulton Market downtown and think Black Wall Street, where all the businesses in there and the hotels and everything and homes were all Black owned. And 10,000 people living there. Amazing. And that's what we're named to honor. 1921 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. You're listening now on WVON. You are able to now listen at www.1921radio.com. We've got incredible articles on small businesses across the country. You're able to go there and learn about some of the businesses in our community so you can support them, shop, and all these other things. Everything is there. I heard a guy on TikTok, an influencer, say that 90% of Black media is entertainment. That means we're not learning a lot. We're not learning how to move forward, not learning how to invest, not learning how to do different things. All right? Well, we're changing that with 1921radio.com. And I'm super excited to have one of my guests right now. I call her Dr. Dorinda Klink. Doctor. She is a she's a guru. Her article is actually on 1921radio.com. You can read about what she's doing. And now we have her in the studio. We got her in the studio. Welcome, Dorinda Klink, to 1921 Radio. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for asking. I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks for having me.
All right, there we go. I know that'd be catching me off guard too. I'd be like, God. God is up in the studios, up in 1921 Radio.
Right, absolutely.
And he's got that voice too. Step up to the mic. I love it.
Awesome.
So Dorinda, You are in 1921 Radio. You're featured on there. You have an incredible article. I love your title. I love your quote. Debt is not an option.
Yes.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Dorinda and tell us a little bit about your company.
Absolutely. Well, what a lot of people don't know is that I started this financial journey, I should say, early on.
Okay.
My grandfather taught me taxes at 12.
I love it.
By the time I was 16, I was doing taxes for my friends. But
Come on, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I was always trying to make it in money.
I hear you.
Like, hey, it makes the world go around. And so, actually, back around eons ago, I was with the sheriff's department, and while I was in the lockup, I just happened to be, talking.
Me working in the lockup, right?
Yeah, okay. I was working.
Okay, I want to make sure we get that clear.
I was a county deputy sheriff.
Okay.
Right? I was born in Inglewood. I was raised in Roseland, and I had the opportunity to work with the sheriff's department. And I was working up one day. I just had my coffee, my donuts,
right.
And I was dozing off, and I was like, "Wow, let me get up before I get myself fired."
Right.
And I walked around the lockup, and I was like, "Hey, banging on gates, like, hey, look, what you here for?"
Right.
And that question really catapulted to where I am now, because the answers that I got was just mind blowing.
Wow.
And a lot of them was deeply rooted in lack of finances, jail, drugs, foreclosure, single mothers having to raise their children alone. And it resonated with me because I grew up in a single parent home. I grew up in a dysfunctional household. I grew up with, domestic violence and, verbal abuse and, just all types of trauma that we see today. And so these gentlemen, their stories resonated with me so much to a point where I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep.
Wow.
And one day, I laid down to go to bed, and I was really kind of jerked out of my bed, and it was almost like God himself just spoke, and he's like, this is not what I equipped you to do. I need you to set my people free. And I'm like, all right, I can't be letting the cage open. Like, what are you talking about? Set your people free.
Right.
And it hit me. I had a purpose, and my purpose was to share financial education with people. I mean, I had a background in finance. I had a degree in finance. It was time. And so from there, I made a decision to leave the sheriff's department, and I wanted to become the first African-American woman in the Roseland community to help bring people back to financial freedom in that community. I watched it thrive as a child, and I wanted to see that again. And that's kind of how it all got started.
I love it. Tell us the name of your company.
So my company is Vested Interest Financial Group.
Okay.
And, like I said, I was raised in Roseland. I worked in Roseland. My family still resides in Roseland. So vested interest, it was perfect because I have a vested interest in the community.
Sure.
I live and work, in the community. My children were born and raised in the community. My parents still live in the community. So, I mean, as we grow financially house to house, what they do, the growth of the community, I'm affected by it just as well as the next person. So that's kind of how the name came about.
I love it. And I'm trying to figure out what happened here. Where are you? Girl, you're supposed to be on this thing right here. That was just bananas. Okay. All right. We'll try it now. Okay. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're just trying to figure out why Ms. Dorinda is no longer on here. You put that back in there. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but we will get you back. But Dorinda, one of the things I heard you say one time, and it's in your article, debt is not an option. Yes. What do you mean by that?
I think a lot of times we get complacent. When we find ourselves in a space for so long, we become comfortable. And we get so comfortable to a point where we don't know how to get out. And so I want to not just teach financial education, but I want people to become committed to, this whole campaign that this is not where I want to be. This is uncomfortable. I don't like it here. And for me and my house, we will not be heavy burdened in debt. It's
Right.
not an option for
Right,
us.
right.
You know, now I'm not saying that we're going to become wealthy overnight.
Mhm.
You know, change takes, you know, time. But if we just encourage people, like, you know what, debt is not an option.
Mhm.
You know, like when we were growing up, right? The kid go to school, you're like,
Right.
F is not an option.
Right, right. That's right.
Bring an F, we gonna
Yeah,
lay hands.
we got hands. Yeah.
We got hands, right? And so I want to take that same philosophy. Like, you know, debt is absolutely not an option. Do we sometimes fall victim to some issues?
Right.
Absolutely.
Sure,
Well, life
sure.
fights for us all.
Yeah.
But once you have a situation, take a concerted effort to fix it, move forward. But we are not going to lay in a pile of quicksand and allow it to swallow itself.
And especially in the community. And I love that you said
Move forward.
you're in Roseland, you're from Roseland, you're in Roseland. You know, I bought my building in Roseland. I'm a stakeholder in Roseland. I'm not going anywhere, you know, because I want to be able to help move all communities forward. But we're going to kickstart it in Roseland, you know, launching tech startups. So I love the fact, and I've shared this, and I believe I shared this with you, is that after I bought that building and I said, hey, we're going to launch 1921 Co-working, we're going to launch Black Tech Startups, we're bringing a state-of-the-art co-working space, fiber, Wi-Fi, I mean, where the kids in the community can come and just use the Wi-Fi to get homework done, study. And I was featured in a couple of publications, and people who were from Roseland that I knew that were Facebook friends were like, dude, I'm from Roseland. I'm like, that's what's up. You know, you still live in Roseland? Nah, man, I'm in Lincoln Park. Oh, okay. Like I literally got about 5. It was more than this, but 5 I can recall right away without lying. You know, and feeling my conscience. I know at least 5 people who grew up in Roseland. They were from Roseland. They're no longer in Roseland. You know, and I thought, man, we need y'all to come back because we're about to build this thing up, and we need those resources. So to hear that you are from Roseland, you are still in Roseland, you are trying to change Roseland, the people in Roseland's life, I think, it's commendable. But I think that's what we need to do as Black people when we come into these communities, that I'm going to be a stakeholder here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I totally agree. You know, a lot of times when I talk to people, you know, they're like, you know, they have the same conversations you have.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm from Rose. I'm like, oh, really? Where do you live?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm in Hyde Park.
Mhm.
Oh, well, you're not really from Rose.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
went to school there, but you're not from Rose, right? Because I'm the one that never left.
Mhm.
You know, again, my kids were born there. My kids went to school there.
Mhm.
I still live there. My parent lived there. You know, like, I'm the one that literally never left.
Right.
Like, there's people I talk to on a regular basis. Like, the only time they come to Rosen is when they want to go to the donut shop. Right? I'm sorry, but you get up points for me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to sound harsh, but it's like, I mean, you know, you can't talk about how downtrodden the community is and what needs to be done in the community if you're no longer in the community.
Yeah.
You chose to leave.
Yeah.
And when you left the door open.
Yeah. You were you know, I hear a lot of, you know, activists, and I've shared my opinions on some of these activists, you know, about, we need resources in the community. Well, the resources are the people. That's what the kids need to see. You could build 1 million youth centers. And again, I'm not knocking youth centers, but that's not it. That's not the full answer.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, I mean, we need those resources. And like 1921 knows, we're not the end all be all. We bring high paying jobs to the community. Yeah, it's going to make some change because now that single mom doesn't have to work 3 or 4 jobs to take care of her kids, right? We can pay her enough to work 1 job. Right. Benefits, salary, vacation, all of these things that come with a good paying job, right? That bridge this quote unquote healthcare gap, which I think is another whatever. If you have a minimum wage job, yeah, you don't have the best healthcare.
Absolutely.
All right, but that's because you have a minimum wage job. But if we bring in a high paying job, hey, we can help erase that. So I love the fact you're doing that. What exactly is it that you do with people? So let's say someone's like, hey, you're right, debt is not an option. I'm in debt, or I'm almost there. I don't want to be in debt. How do you help people?
So right now, one of the biggest things that I'm working on is I'm trying to find partnerships with local churches, organizations, even the local schools. You know, I really want to work with that age range between juniors on a high school level, college level. I think, you know, when we talk about working parents, they already have created a money mindset. So they have a different, group of information that I have to provide to them. But
Right.
those children between junior year and college level, they haven't yet been tainted. And they may not even have yet had a summer job or their first real paycheck.
Yeah.
I want to be able to talk with them, sit them down, help them understand what needs to be done when you get their first paycheck.
Yeah.
What's the difference between debit and credit?
Yeah.
What's an APR? What's a payday loan? If I could just take a bulldozer and just tear down every payday loan place in my community, between payday loans, currency exchanges, and liquor stores, it's like, what else is there? But I want to be able to partner with these organizations and be able to stand on these stages and share this financial information with our young people. And it doesn't have to be complicated.
Sure.
Sometimes the easiest, simplest, basic information to get so deeply put it into a young person to where it catapults them into millionaire status.
Yeah.
We don't have to be like, where there's compound interest.
Yeah.
And there's, the rule of 72.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden they're lost. They have no clue what you're talking about. But if we come at them, it's like, you know what? Okay, at $150, Jordan. Let me show you how you can make some money off of it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're getting $500 a week from your summer job. Let me show you how to take $100 a week and put that in maybe a stock account or even just a bank account.
Sure.
To create a savings account so you can buy your own car or you can start having the down payment. How about I show you how to start off with some life insurance and allow that cash value to maybe help you purchase a piece of property later on.
Yeah.
And then you invest, put some of your friends in and make them pay the rent. And you be the next wolf on Wall Street.
Yeah. Or teaching them, and entrepreneurship things, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, what happens if you pull your money together, guys, and you guys come up with something? And I used to, I teach entrepreneurship, and I would teach when I would get a chance to talk to young people. I'm like, hey, here's how you can create a subscription-based model for cutting grass over the summer.
Yeah.
All right. You find, 10 homes or 20 homes that'll pay you $25 a month. And every week you go and cut the grass. Every week you go and cut the grass, and 10 homes paying $25, $250 for just 10 homes. Now you got 20 homes, right? Now you and your friends, now you bring on some friends. Hey man, I'm gonna pay you, $5 for every house you do, right? You're teaching them now how to put that money aside so that in a year, hey, guess what? You got enough money, like you said, if you're 15 to buy your car.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
How do people get in touch with you real quick?
Oh, absolutely. They can go find me at my website, brendaclink.com.
Okay, first of all, that's dope. I can't even get my name for a website. Okay, I waited too. There's too many James Parkers. I just had to throw that out there. I'm not hating, but go ahead, girl. Okay.
But I'll be honest. Growing up, I didn't like my name.
Well.
But like, it's the ugliest name ever. But hey, now that it's here, like nobody else is trying to get that domain.
Gotcha.
Right? Like, so hey, DorindaClink.com.
Okay.
DorindaClink.com. And then I can be found on all social media outlets at Dorinda Clink or Dorinda Monique Clink.
Okay.
And that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
So Dorinda Clink, www.dorendaclin as in Nancy K.com. Dorinda Clink. And then on all social medias, Dorinda Clink or Dorinda Monique Clink. So walk us through. Someone's listening to the show right now. They're on your website. They need help. What's the first thing that you're going to talk to them about?
The first thing they should do is download the Financial Freedom Toolkit.
Aha, love it.
Yeah, the Financial Freedom Toolkit has an array of sources in there. We even have I think it's an ebook that has 21 ways to earn, money from a side.
Wow. Wait, this is on the website?
It's on the website.
All right, real quick. WVON family, please tell me you're listening. Please tell me you're listening. Finances is something that's affecting every community, not just the Black community, okay? Every community, but we're in the Black community. Go to DorindaClink.com. I want you to download that now. 21, you said 21 what?
I think it's 21 side hustles.
21 things to do to bring in money. Okay, all right. I just had to make sure I reiterated that. Okay, go right ahead, system.
And then there's a resource guide that has spreadsheets in there. It has sheets in there to list down all your expenses. It talks about the difference between the snowball effect and the avalanche effect, or reducing your debt. It has a list of information in there on how to calculate your net worth.
I love it.
It has income sheets in there. I mean, just a wealth of information. It talks about downloading your credit report. A lot of people talk about like, hey, I need to fix my credit. Like, well, have you taken a look at your credit report?
Right.
I know. Why do you do that? Well, it's free every year. Like, get a copy of your credit report. Start there.
Mm-hmm.
So this financial freedom toolkit is the starting point. After that, we have the debt is not an option pledge.
Okay.
Which I'm truly encouraging everybody to
love
take
it.
that
I
pledge.
love it.
Because with that pledge, not only do you get a nice certificate that you can frame with a cute little QR code on there where your friends and family can take the pledge as well, but it's holding yourself accountable. If you're going to do this debt is not an option lifestyle, if you're going to strive to get your credit and all of these things clean, you need to be able to see that on a regular basis, just like an affirmation. Like,
I love it.
This is what I say I'm going to do. This is what I want, not just for me, but I want it for myself, for my family, for my block. Because whatever we do, it affects the community. And so after that toolkit, go ahead, do the pledge. That pledge is going to give you that certificate, and then take the challenge. There's a 21-day financial self-care challenge that allows you to just walk every little step. It's going to say, on this day, call up a banker and negotiate a deal.
Come on.
On this day, go through your bank account and cancel all new subscriptions. And I mean, there's a whole list of things. And every single day, I give you a special email with my juice voice that tells you what the challenge topic is for the day. And I always end it with
I love it. DorindaClink.com. www.DorendaClink.com. I love the fact that someone could go there and literally get started, can literally start today on getting out of debt or making sure they don't go in debt. So if they're not in debt, this is great for them.
Absolutely.
Right. So if they're not in debt, they can literally, hey, here are the pitfalls, here are the things to look for. Without going into debt. And that's all on your website. They can just download that list.
Absolutely. And then if someone needs some more, detailed assistance, I do have one-on-one workshops, coaching and things like that. They can also click on, the link that says work with me and so on and so forth, fill out the intake form. I'll get it. We'll have a discovery phone call. We'll assess the situation and figure out what we need to start.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, WVON, I hope you were paying attention. Everything we're bringing to this show is to help the community move forward. All right. And you can learn more about Dorinda Clink. You can visit www.dorindaclink.com. You can also read her story on www.1921radio.com. Just look. You can even type in economics, type in finance, or just scroll through and look at all the different interviews, and you'll see Dorinda Clink. And it literally has a quote there that says, debt is not an option. Okay. So check it out. Dorinda, thank you so much for coming in. One more time, tell them how to get in touch with you. I know I said it 10 times, but I want to make sure they hear this.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, it's simple. It's my first and last name.
I love it. I love it.
There's no mistake. And, that's actually why I did not use my business name. I want people to know that I'm a real person helping real people get out of real debt. I want to make it real simple. I don't need to hide behind a corporate, name. I'm DorindaClink.com in all social media.
I love it. I love it. Is there one last thing you need to share with anyone? Anything, any one last thing that we need to know? A parting gift.
Wow. If I have to leave one thing, I want people to know never to be discouraged. It didn't happen overnight. It's not going to be cleared up overnight. And you're never alone. We're in this together. Always destiny.
I love it. I love it. All right, WVON family, 1921 radio family, Facebook family. Everybody, family. The family is just family, and I love it today. We'll be back right after these messages with Larry E. Roberts of Larry's Barber College, about the barbershop, Barber's College, shortly after this. All right, thank you for listening. Be right back. Good job, girl. That was awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, Facebook fans, we'll be right back with Larry E. Roberts. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Love it. Great job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Nervous.
Not as good as I thought.
What is that?
Not as good as I thought.
All right. All right.
Just realized I forgot to put my card in there. Hopefully it's still there.
Oh, it'll still be there.
Minus the ticket.
Okay, well, that was a great interview. So this will be up on 1920 Radio either tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Then you'll get a link, and then you'll be able to share that link on your Facebook page.
Okay.
Or all your socials.
Awesome. What just happened? I guess that's still on there.
What's that?
Well, we can just finish that off.
What is this? Okay, so real quick, Saturday. So they're in right now. They took up all the floors.
Okay.
So Saturday.
And I wasn't able to do the ground.
Okay. But I still want you to come through just to look at, see what we're doing.
Okay.
Because you came through already, right? You saw it before, and yeah. So they took up, they took up all the floors, and so we're moving forward with some things. I'm excited. So we'll talk. I know I got flyers. I'm about to send you the flyer for 1921 Radio, so we can share with other entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Oh. That's fine.
All right. Hopefully we get it here. Yeah. I've done trust me. Done before.
We can have one person.
All right, you can grab a seat right here. You're going to be live on my restream right there. So, okay. So this ain't nothing new. You were already here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This will be up on the website as well. Okay, so people will be able to see your article. Got a couple commercials. Everything good, man?
Man, pretty good.
Good day today?
Yeah, man, great day today. Long, great day.
I love it.
Got me playing drums. So,
All right, we're ready.
hey.
Just real quick. There we go. All right, cool. There we go. All right, all right. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, want some water or raspberry lemonade? You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta hit the gym after this, man.
Yeah, I went. I'm so sore, man. I worked out earlier.
Was it right?
Yeah, probably about 3 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, we're leaving my wife's birthday on the 7th of July.
Okay.
And fly out to Vegas to see Usher.
My favorite place, man. In
Really?
the world.
I've been there. I was there one time. I was like, I don't gamble, right? But I was like, okay.
I've been to Vegas at least. I used to go once a month. I've been
Whoa.
to Vegas at least 50 times.
Whoa.
I like the hot weather, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like, I hate cold weather. I hate snow, rain.
Right.
Vegas is like a vibe. And I go by myself, but I don't drink and smoke.
Sure, okay.
I don't party. I don't do none of that
me
stuff,
too.
man. So I like to go by myself because I like to go to the spa, go shopping.
Nice.
You know, walk up and down the strip.
Sure. Yeah, man, it was pretty crazy.
I'm
So
supposed to be going for the Stellars. So like the weekend of the 15th. I'm supposed to be going.
Oh, in July?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know. Man, see, my wife was ago. She loves the Stellar Awards. Yeah, but it's crazy. She loves Usher, and he's literally performing that night on her birthday. Yeah. So, and that's I got the whole VIP package.
Oh, that's what's up.
We're staying at. He's performing at the MGM. We're staying at the MGM.
Yeah.
So I got they had all these different Usher packages. So I got the one, and so they get VIP entrance and all that stuff. So I'm about to hold up.
And you know I do music professionally, right?
No, I didn't know that.
I play drums and keyboard. I've traveled all over the world playing, man.
I did not know that.
So
when you said you play, I was like,
so the cats that's playing an Usher band, I probably know. Like my oldest nephew played drums for Khalid, and my youngest nephew played drums for LMA. So Khalid, he been playing for Khalid for like 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
My youngest nephew been playing for LMA for like 5 or 6 years. Wow. They play all on all the TV shows, everything, man. So I'm connected with that whole community.
Now the crazy thing is, I used to do studio work years ago because I used to play keyboard and piano. I used to write.
Yeah.
And we were writing for. Her name is Tanya. She was in the group Jade.
Okay.
So before Jade got together, me and my boy Moses.
Okay. And
we had Mad Session Productions working with another cat. We were literally writing songs for Tanya.
Wow.
All right. So we're writing songs. We're in. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. All right, let's go. Ooh, baby, that's. Are you ready? Yeah. Boom. Hang on, son. They say, don't stop this groove. All right, Jay, my man. WVON family, welcome back. What's up, Facebook family, 1921 Radio family? We are back. I got Larry E. Roberts in the studio tonight.
What's up?
Right now. All right, you know it from Larry's Barber College. He and I didn't realize we had some music stuff in common. I'm up here tripping right now. Like, anyway, just sharing some music studio stories. But anyway, Larry, welcome to 1921 Radio. By the way, WVON family, you can visit 1921radio.com and check out Larry's article on Larry's barbershop and everything that he's doing. It's amazing. It's a fantastic article. Visit 1921radio.com. Check it out. Great story. Now I'm glad to have him in the studio. Let's get into it, man. Where are you from? How did you end up wherever you're from? I think you're from Chicago. I think born and raised, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Born and raised. Yeah. What was the impetus for starting?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on your show, Jay.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, man, the way I started, my dad was an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. My dad actually talked about music, but my dad played organ for a lot of greats back in the day. So he was with Albertina Walker, James Cleveland. He did their sessions. So
oh my God!
That's why I get my music background.
Sure.
And my dad drove a pop truck, but he also opened up a restaurant, Larry's Ribs, back in the day.
Okay.
So basically, man, I got my entrepreneurial status from my dad because I used to run his restaurant when I was a teenager, working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. He told me clock in, man, so I can get paid. And then when I took him my hours, man, he didn't pay me. I was kind of salty about that. But the sweat equity aspect of it, man.
Sure.
I decided to start cutting hair at 13 when he built the house out in Madison, suburbs, because it wasn't nobody like me to cut my hair.
Gotcha.
I bought a pair of clippers for $19.
Wow.
I had the whole South Suburbs sold up. And when I was 17, I went to barber school. I was a senior in high school. I got out of school at 12 o'clock every day. I went to barber school. At 19 years old, I opened my first barbershop. The money I saved, you know, and man, the rest is history, basically. I've been in business for 30 years.
I was about to say, wow, 30 years.
30 years.
Good gracious, man. You can do a master class, man, on starting a business. Wow.
Yeah, I love business, man. You know, I believe in a lot of people kind of they minimize our industry.
Sure.
You know, not knowing it's a $547 billion
industry,
right? So they minimize our industry because of our postures inside of the barbershop, right? Meaning that, you know, do you know what the red, white, and blue barber code stand for?
I don't. I was just looking at your chain right there.
Yeah. So the red stand for blood, the blue stand for veins, the white stand for bandages, and the ball on the bottom is called a bassin. Well, we used to be doctors and dentists back in the day, right? So we did minor surgery, but it wasn't until the 1800s until they separated the professions and made a dentist, doctor, and our professional name is a tonsorial artist. So what we do is very, very intricate. We can be responsible for somebody's death sitting in our chair if something goes wrong. We have to learn about HIV, AIDS, hepatitis, blood pathogens, folliculitis. There's just so many different things, man, that's very key to, you know, making sure that we are on point with everything.
Well, I mean, I think that's important as well, right? I mean, I didn't even think about that. Like, you know, recognizing if someone's got a cut or someone has a whatever, you know, I mean, being able to recognize, or if anything happens.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. I didn't even think about that.
But I think the biggest thing for our industry is that, you know, people minimize us because of our pockets of the shop, man. Yeah, a shop is a place where everybody, you know, can come and it's like the nucleus of the neighborhood. But I think that we should make sure that it's comfortable for anybody, whether it's a celebrity, whether it's a, you know, a person from church, whether it's a mother, grandfather, you know, and our postures inside the shop. The music should be appropriate for the shop.
Right.
You know, you should greet people when they walk in. Make sure the atmosphere is conducive to professionalism. Those are one of the things I teach. Unfortunately, probably over 80% of the people in this industry don't have life insurance policies. They don't have medical, they don't have dental benefits. You know, that's one of the reasons that I'm opening up my own credit union. Because of the fact that I want to be able to have some products for not only the hair care industry, but the music industry. Because what is your exit strategy? What are you going to do when you can't stand behind a chair? I used to cut between 25 and 38 heads every day, man. I used to start at 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I would cut from 4 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock the next morning. Most heads I would cut in one day was 48 heads. So I didn't cut all the ball players, baseball, football, basketball players, people in Hollywood, all the people in the music industry.
Right.
Man, I done been there, done all of that. People see you now, you know, they see glory, but they don't know the story, man.
Right.
You know, a lot of sweat equity, man. So
you see the glory, but you don't know the story. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
His story is on 1920radio.com. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Man, so when you what made you and here's what I love about what you're doing, right? I look at a place like Great Clips or something like that, Sports Clips, and I see some guys that are like, hey man, why don't we just take this barbershop concept across the country and franchise it, right? Mm-hmm. And then I've seen barbershops literally that have been on a corner for I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, why don't they move forward? Why don't they expand? I mean, like, there's business all over, and I love what you're doing as far as in the Walmarts and then a college and everything like that. How do we get more barbers who own their own shop to think outside the block?
Because, James, it really as easy as people think that it is, right?
Okay.
So if you don't have the wherewithal, so you mentioned Great Clips, you know, you have places like that they are subsidiaries of major companies who open up those places for write-offs.
Gotcha.
Right? Mm-hmm. So they can afford to, you know, charge $14.99 for a haircut, or they can afford to have products that they're able to sell and they're able to pay a commission. But your average, you know, African American barbershop, you know, we aren't in a position to do that. I do that inside of Walmart, right? So all of my employees in Walmart, you know, they wear a uniform. We have a front desk staff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they pay taxes. They pay Social Security, federal, state taxes. You know, they have benefits, you know, if they choose to. And I want to set them up to be able to succeed, right? But the average barbershop can't do that. And they're barely making ends meet. And they won't be honest about that. You know, back in the day, you know, I used to rob Peter to pay Paul because of the fact I made so much money, man, until I didn't really know how to properly spend it. And there was a point in my life where, you know, I wrote a book on it. There was a point in my life I felt like, man, God, what you doing, man? You know, I feel like God didn't like me. You know, I grew up in church, man. My dad is a bishop. You know, I feel like God didn't like me because I feel like I wasn't where I should be when I felt like I should be there. But you have to go through in order to get to. But it's how you deal with what you go through that determines how you come out, right?
Right.
So we have to be careful. We don't allow our gift to take us in places that our character can't handle. And God had to really deal with my character, man, because he didn't want to give me what he's showing me and giving me now.
Right.
And then I screw it up, and then I'm 50 years old, and then now I'm trying to get back what I lost because I didn't know how to handle it, right? So I didn't understand it at the time, but I understand it now more. And I'm just positioning myself, man, like I just opened up a trade school.
Okay.
HVAC, automotive, appliance repair, welding, aviation, diesel, mechanics, and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Man. Just really trying to, I'm the first barber to ever have a school inside of county jail. I've been in the county jail now for almost 14 years.
Yeah, I remember that. It's incredible.
I'm in 3 juvenile facilities as well, and I have my master instructor license in over 22 states. So I'm just really trying to prepare, man, for where it is I got to go. I'm kind of like a serial entrepreneur. Everything that I'm doing is kind of correlated with one another. It's not like I'm doing something that's individual. I'm the only barber school that has housing. I have a shoe and clothing line. I have a product line. All of these things, but it all work together. Side by side.
Well, I mean, and the thing I love about it is that it all works to move the community forward.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Dr. Umar Johnson, who's all over the place sometimes, but he did make a comment. He said that a lot of Black millionaires do not set the community up to move forward, where the whole community can move forward. They take care of themselves.
Yeah.
They take care of their families.
Yeah.
But they don't set things up to empower.
Absolutely.
The community move forward. And I think I love what you're doing with this because it empowers everything.
And even, man, it's unfortunate, but even with this whole immigrant situation, I just my club is right around the corner, man. But it's another building. I don't know if I should say the name or not, but they got them staying all up in there, right? And I think every human should have an opportunity, what I'm saying, at a good, healthy life, man. But deal with home first, right? Deal with home first, and you should see all of them standing outside, and they don't have nothing to do. They doing this, they doing that. It was at least about a couple hundred people just standing outside as I was pulling up here. They don't have nothing to do.
Yeah.
So my thing about it is that stop trimming the pockets of the people who don't have any answers for, and reach out to the people who has answers to be able to help facilitate what it is they're trying to do. You house them for 6 months, but then after that, what? During that, what? I have shuttle buses, I have vans, I can pick them up, and I want to get the bucket boys, I want to get the homeless people.
Sure.
I want to get everybody, man, and give them opportunity to fit into society and not just be sitting around doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So put the money to good use, man.
And that's what I love. I mean, that's why even with my company, 1921, and you and I sat on a panel for Men Motivating Men tour, is that I could launch my startups downtown like everyone else. Right. But all those jobs will be downtown.
Right.
All the money and the taxes will be downtown.
Right.
But if I launch a tech startup in Roseland or Inglewood or Austin, and it creates 200 jobs, minimum 55,000, maximum 90, 100,000, what does that look like? Right. What does that family look like? What does that young man who may have a kid or two look like where he's making 60,000 a year because we trained him?
Absolutely.
Now he's empowered. And we're telling him, hey, but don't leave.
Yeah.
Because your kids got to see you and other kids got to see you. Your boys got to see you doing well. Because if they see you change, then they can change.
Absolutely.
And that's where I feel like, and I shared a little bit at the thing where we got to have some more brothers and sisters who are intentional.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're intentional. Yeah. There's a reason why you're here. You could be in wherever else, but you're in the prisons. You saw, hey man, what if I got these brothers that are coming out and they got their certificate in cutting hair? You can immediately start making money cutting hair.
Guess what? I do all of that stuff totally complimentary, man.
I love it.
Get paid to be there.
I love it.
But to a degree, it's almost like, okay, you gotta help make me stronger so that way I can be stronger for them.
Yeah.
Because when they get out, man, like I got a young man, he was able to get out of jail because he was working with me and judge let him out on electric monitoring. And the other day, man, he had his EM taken off. He was happy, man, because he stuck with what he said he was gonna do.
I love it.
Gave him an opportunity to do something different, So it's like, but help empower me so that way I can be stronger. I can't do it on film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we have to come together as a community in order to be able to knock this thing out the park, man.
Man, how can people learn more about what you're doing?
Well, they can go to my websites. I do have Larry'sBarberCollege.com. I do have Title IV. I have Title IV funding like a regulatory university.
Sure.
So they can do FAFSA to start my school. But also, they can go to Larry'sTradeSchool.tech in order to learn about the trade school.
Love it.
And then I have a 501c3, which is my nonprofit, and that's data scholarship. So they can go to datafoundationinc.org. And people like to give donations to what I'm doing. I'm trying to build a community center. I'm trying to build 100 units, student housing.
I love it.
As well as I'm expanding one of my locations, adding cosmetology, nails, aesthetics, smart barber, beauty supply. Opened up my credit union, man. So I'm just trying to do some stuff, man.
I love it. Well, I tell you, 1921 wants to get behind it.
I appreciate it.
We'll do everything we can. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from Larry E. Roberts Jr. from Larry's Barber College, and we're going to talk about the music thing, man. WVON's got to pay some bills. 1921 Radio. We'll be back after this message. Man, that was good, man. That was great. They got to pay some bills.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want to get into the
my dad used to be with Thomas Dorsey and all of them, man.
Dude, Thomas Dorsey.
Yeah, and that's where I got it from. So, are we done? We're still going.
We're gonna go a little longer.
Okay, that's fine.
They got to pay some bills.
Okay, no
I
problem.
wanted to end it because this is one that we're gonna put up online.
Okay, no problem. That's why I was asking you. I can go all night.
Dude, you and me both, bro. Listen, I love it, man. And I got one guy. He's streaming it.
Okay.
And so so I got one of my investors. She has she does a financial insurance kind of thing. And so she's actually about to get her own show. She's about to come on now. She's about to get her. So 1921 Radio is also people can have their own radio show, okay? Their own 1 hour show. And so the goal with that is to give small businesses another platform to grow their business. My whole thing is I want to empower small businesses to grow, make more money, and create 2 jobs. Right? If 10,000 Black-owned businesses created 2 jobs, 20,000 jobs in the Black community. Good paying, good paying jobs. That's 20,000 jobs. So if I can give you a radio platform, a 1 hour show to talk about your business, grow your business. If I can write an article on your business, if I can give you a radio interview, that's what I'm trying to do, right? So that you can grow. Share that link. My girl Nicole Doss, she owns CBQ Facial Bar. She's one of my students in the at the Urban League.
Right.
She posted her article right on Facebook. Wow, thank you. Got my first article. Woo, woo, woo. 262 reactions, 120 some comments, but the big thing was 17 shares.
Mm-hmm.
That's 17 new networks that she's in that know about her that didn't know about her before.
Absolutely.
And that's what a published article can do, right?
Right.
A published article can propel your business, can move you forward,
right.
can I did the numbers. A 30-second commercial average in Chicago is $362 for a 30-second commercial on radio. Meaning at the end of that 30 seconds, it's done.
Right.
Like done. But man, a radio interview that you can share, hey guys, share this, and it gets shared. A business article. Our most popular article on 1921 Radio is this Hispanic single mom. She has a food truck. It's the most popular article on there. She shared it on her network. It's the most popular one. Because you got a single mom, a Hispanic sister, trying to take care of her family with a food truck. And it's the most popular one. So I tell small business, people want to know. That's why I tell you, send me a headshot. Don't just send me your logo. People want to identify, right? With that. So, man. But the whole thing is empowering, man. It's to empower people.
Yeah.
And that's why I love what you're doing, because people can come right out. We're actually going to kick off a program. We're going to kick off a program in 1921 where we go into this prison system and we train them on 3D printing so that when we launch a manufacturing site, because we got about 5 products that we're going to launch and manufacture on the south and west side of Chicago.
The only thing, man, is that the only thing that like I have an office inside the jail, right? I got my own office, almost 14 years. I get to take my cell phones in. I go to all the decks. I go to women's divisions. I go all over. I got the whole county jail, right? Mm-hmm. My point being is that do they really want to help? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Right. And secondly, you got to know how to deal with, like, say for instance, guys don't feel good when they're sitting in class getting their high school diploma when they facing 20 to 45 years.
Yeah.
Jail.
Yeah.
It's like, how you think you go capture their attention, right?
Right.
But with the barbershop thing, Tom Dark says he feel like it's the best program that's ever been there, right?
Wow.
The barber school program. But because of the fact that it's like that's the nucleus and core of the whole division.
Right.
Everybody got to come there to get a haircut.
Yeah.
But then I get to proctor the state board exam there. They send me their exams. I proctor them there and send them out. they get to go to court. The judge like, wait, I got a relationship with the judge. I'm like, wait a minute, you doing what? Okay, I'm gonna let you out of jail.
There we go.
They'll tell me later. If you come back, I'm gonna call you. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I
Yeah.
got you, right? So it's kind of like one of the more promising things, whatever. But they be in there. Some guy come in there, they beat the drum, doing stuff like that, and but they'll let the officers. They'll round up an officer and round them up for that. And then you'll have a barbershop closed when that's the most important thing up in the shop. Because the transgenders can't shave, and they feel like they looking like a man. Then now they ready to file a lawsuit and file a grievance. So you got to open up the barbershop so they can shave and stuff. It's so backwards, man. It's so political, man. Wow. It's so political, man.
So what do you think about working with individuals that maybe are coming out in 6 months, getting them training?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think getting them training inside of there is good too. I'm just saying, depending on what it is.
Yeah. Well, as far as manufacturing,
it's almost like difficult. And then depending on the type of material you have, it's like, okay, they're in there fighting their case.
Yeah.
Right. So they're fighting the case, and depending on what you're trying to do, like they got K9 programs where the dogs live with them on they in they cell.
Okay.
What else? They have Chef Bruno. They got like a culinary. Well, my daughter's a celebrity chef, man. She went to school for that's.
Okay, you ready? Yeah, she's gonna be like 5 minutes.
That's fine.
Okay. So we got 5 minutes. I got my boy Jamal's gonna come on for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna finish up with Larry. Yeah, he's gonna call in. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll come back. We'll start with her. She's got about 5 minutes, literally 3 to 5 minutes. No, you do. Hey, dude, you the boss, man, because you running this thing, man. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so I got Selena come on. She's going to share a little bit. Jamal's going to come on. Then we're going to wrap back up after Jamal. Jamal will be about 10 minutes. So I'm going to turn Jamal Muhammad. What's up, homie?
Hello.
All right. Oh. Okay. He's about to come on. Ready? Did you already call in?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's on. That's what's playing on the sideline.
So we're probably going to come on after this commercial.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh man!
Hey,
Don't.
So why am I just now seeing your information for the Fantasia ticket?
Oh, the text message.
Yeah, the text message. I was not there.
I literally was gonna remind you about it anyway.
What did you say?
I literally was gonna remind you anyway about it.
No, I'm glad you did. You know, I got everything all over the place. They're tearing up the building now.
What you mean?
I mean, like they took all the floors up and everything. So, 1921 should be probably open the end of this month.
Oh, okay. You're talking about our studio, like 1921.
Yeah.
Oh,
Building,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Is that where you're gonna be? Even when you're airing on WVON, or you're still gonna be at WVON?
Well, I'll still be here because I'm paying for this to come here every Thursday.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do my own show, and plus, I invested in the studio down in Alsa.
Right. Okay.
Right. So, if anything, we're gonna put a podcast room at the building.
Okay.
We ready, Big J? Ready? All right. So you said about what, 3 minutes, 5, or what was it?
Solid 5. James, you always been trying to give me 3. Okay, you know I need my 5.
What did you say?
I said you're always trying to give me 3. You know I need my 5.
No, I always try to give you more. You were like, whoa, 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 whoa. Remember that one time you're like, yo, I'm done.
Well, you didn't tell me ahead of time. Okay, I have 10 minutes worth of content.
I know. I got somebody coming on though.
Yeah, I know.
Hello.
How's the audio and all?
Hey, that's your music feedback? Right there. Can you hear it? That's your music?
Yeah. Yeah. I love this. Whew, all right.
I like this. That's nice.
I forget the artist's name. I have to look on Apple Music, but it's featuring her.
All right, WVON. What's up, Facebook family? WVON family. All right, I think we're ready to go. Ready to go. All right, WVON family. Okay. WVON family, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We got Selena Bellows from Bettering Your Life with Bellows. Give us that 5 minute, give us that financial tip. What's going on? What are you helping us with? Help us out, sister girl.
All right. So this week and last week, I was talking about the pop-up shop that I will be doing July 15th. So I will be highlighting that again tonight because I need you all to come out in person. You have no reason, no excuse, no nothing. I'm giving out free quotes. I will be selling tumblers. First of all, I always do this. I start off and then do my introduction. Welcome to the Better Living segment with Bettering Lives with Bellows LLC. You can find us on all social media platforms under Bettering Lives with Bellows. Our direct to 909-4968. 312-909-4968. So back to what I was saying. You can meet me in person. Get your free quote. Ask me any question that you want to ask me. July 15th. We will be, it's a pop-up shop coming Doubletree in Alsop, Illinois on 127th. It's on Eventbrite, Summertime in the Shy. Summertime in the Shy, okay? Come to my table. I will be having an amazing special raffling contest going on. I'll be selling tumblers. I'm presenting one of my clients who I did her business plan for her, and it has come to life. She will have her herbal tea line at my table that I will be selling to everyone. If you don't know, besides insurance and things like that, I also do business plans and business budgeting for individuals who have small businesses or entrepreneurs trying to start a small business. And one of my clients who is successful right now, I will have her tea on display at my table July 15th. So free quotes, selling tumblers, one of my clients' herbal natural tea lines will be at my table. The event itself will have over 20 present. And when I tell you these vendors are coming with everything, there's absolutely nothing that you could possibly think of that will not be present July 15th. Don't believe me? Wait a minute. Okay, I'll tell you everything. We have self-defense products. There will be bedroom treats, adults. So whatever you think bedroom treats is, there's 2 vendors that will be there. They have accessories, they have jewelry. There will be several clothing line designers that will be there for men and women. We have a faith-based clothing line that will also be present. Yes, praise Jesus. They will be selling totes, makeup bags, hookahs, portable hookahs, handmade skincare products, Spanish soul catering. I've never had Spanish soul catering, but July 15th, I'm going to try Spanish soul catering, okay? And you need to be present as well for $5. Get your ticket July 15th. They have Punch by Putting Smiles on Faces. They have a paparazzi consultant. I've never heard of that before, but guess what? July 15th, I'm going to learn what a paparazzi consultant is. They have scented candles made with natural ingredients, body oils, sugar scrubs, a mobile bar, 21 and older, desserts, and a hair care line. All of this, and your ticket to get in is $5. Doubletree, Alsop, Illinois, on 127th, July 15th, between 1 to 5 p.m. Eventbrite, Summertime in the Shy. It's the best $5 you ever spend in your life.
And if they stop by your table, from my understanding, they're going to be entered into a raffle for a concert or something like that?
Something along those lines. Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes,
I may
yes.
stop by.
Yes, that's why you have to stop at Bettering Lives with Bellows LLC table. Come out and find out.
Come on, find out what that concert is. All right, so I can't say it online. Okay, got you. Because we got a bunch of people listening here. All right, great. So basically, say it one more time. You're going out to the Doubletree in Alsop. You're going to be able to get financial insurance quotes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, free quotes.
Free quotes. They've got vendors from all over the place, from religion to adult, for couples, whatever, food, teas, you name it. But more importantly, like what you're doing, bettering your life with Bellows, you want to better Selena's trying to help you better your life.
Yes.
in many, many different ways. So please check out this incredible opportunity. It's in Alsip at the Doubletree.
Yep.
Is there an
On
address or
127th.
127th at the Doubletree in Alsip? You can literally put that in your Google map, Doubletree Alsip, and it'll pop up. And if you stop by your table, you're going to win prize to a particular concert that's coming up. Black Woman or something like that. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. I'm sorry. Did I just mess that up? That's okay.
I,
Okay.
I, don't,
Anyway.
I don't have no vocals, but
You
you
don't have
don't
no vote?
want
Okay.
me, then don't talk to me. You know,
Right,
you
right.
know.
You know. So you can win tickets to see this sister in concert. Anyway, Selena, thank you so much. How can people get in touch with you again?
312-909-4968. Bettering Lives with Bellows on all social media platforms. The link to get tickets to the pop-up shop July 15th is also on all of my social media platforms as well. $5. Get your ticket July 15th, 1 to 5 p.m. Free quotes, tumblers, teas, business advice. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Selena.
All right. And let's see who's
Right.
going to be the lucky winner to get this raffle ticket.
That's right. Because if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. I'm not trying to sing it. Go
All right.
ahead and
See you
be
all
yourself.
in 2 weeks.
All right. Awesome.
All
Thank you,
right.
Selena. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. We got Jamal on the phone. Good. Hey, Jamal, what's going on, Brother Muhammad? How you doing, sir? Not much, man. All right. Doing. Yeah. Go right ahead. WVO and family, we have a very, very great guest coming on right now, Jamal Muhammad. Man, dude is coming on here on Facebook Live as well. No, sir, not yet. Yeah, it should be as soon as you click on it, it should say join the room or enter the room. Hopefully that. Yeah, that should pop up on there. I should see your screen here in a minute. But it should say enter. Okay, if not, let me see here. It should say let me get it right here. Yeah, when you oops. Yeah, when you oh there you are. Oh no, that's me. Yeah, it should say just pop right on and okay. That's weird. I don't see you yet. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We'll go ahead and get started, man. We'll go ahead and get started because the WVO family can hear you right now. We have a few thousand listeners right now. So, Jamal Muhammad, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're from Chicago. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, very successful. And I love you. Very successful. And what I love is that you also empower and help other people as well. Hmm. Jamal, tell me a little bit and let our listeners know they hear you and they hear your success and your story is incredible. Your path as far as being able to you see something in the financial industry and your question isn't it's not hating on them, it's how can I do that too, right? How can I bring that to my community, which I love. Someone listening now on WVON right now, how are they able to learn what you're doing? Right. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Hmm. I love it. Jamal, before we go, one more time. So, how can people get in touch? Because this sounds amazing. The fact that you can get free financial help, literature, and learning, and then you can also become do what you do, right? And helping other people. How can people get in touch with your company and how this works? Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, WVM family, I hope you're listening. I'm going to get this information from Jamal Muhammad and I'm going to reshare it again. But when you have someone who's willing to empower and educate the community on free financial literacy, but also show you how you can get to very, very successful brother, a brother who heard something, saw something, learned it and is now empowering the community to do the exact same thing, you got to want to learn that. You got to have the heart to say, I want to be better. And it's incredible how all three, the people that we had on earlier, Dorinda Klink talking about debt is not an option. We got to get that in our mindset. Debt is not an option. And she's going to help you financially. And here you have another speaker, the same thing. So please, WVO and family, let's move the community forward. Let's empower each other. Say, hey, girl, I heard this brother on the show. We're going together to his class, okay? I'm going to share it once we're after we let Mr. Muhammad go. I'm going to share it before we end it. It'll also be on 1921radio.com website. We'll make sure you know about it. So check that out. But Jamal, thank you so much. One last time, how can people get in touch with you, sir? One last time. I love that. And WVOM family, you can text 1921radio.com at 312-841-3254. That's 312-841-3254. Text, let us put Jamal in the subject, like put Jamal Muhammad. And then we're going to, if you're interested, and I hope you are, we're going to pass your phone number and your email on to Miss Muhammad. And so you can learn more about these classes. All right. Anytime someone's trying to help you to move forward in life, you need to jump on it. Okay. So 312-841-3254. Jamal, anyone who texts us their name and their email address and everything, I'll make sure you get that, sir. Young, man. 50 young. 50 years young. I love it. I love it. Brother Muhammad, thank you so much for coming on, man. Thank you so much. Again, WVM family, 312-841-3254. If you're interested, and I hope you are, text us your name, your email address, and your phone number so we can get that over to Jamal Muhammad so they can you can go to these free classes, financial literacy and everything else. All right. Thank you again, Jamal Muhammad. Appreciate it, brother. Yes, sir. All right, WVM family, we're going to come back after this break. Part 2 with Larry E. Roberts Jr. We're going to wrap this up, man. It's an incredible what he's doing, what he's going and doing in the prisons, helping people when they come out. I mean, it's amazing. Stay tuned. We'll be back after these messages. All right, man. I love it.
Good. I love it. Good.
Selena, Jamal, they all get equity in the tech startups that we're launching.
Right.
So we're gonna come back after these messages. I don't know who that was calling. A lot of times people will call in like, "Hey man, first of all, I think investing is a scam." Like one dude did that. I was like, "Oh my goodness." I was like, "What?"
Damn.
Yeah. But you got guys, man, who just literally sit at home, listen to the radio, and just call in just to talk.
Exactly. Not happy, don't have no life.
Yeah, like none whatsoever. They'll just call in. Like I was talking to we were talking about something, man. And he called in and said, first of all, he starts off real slow, like first of all, and then he just then he's yelling in the phone, right? And Jay knows him already. So I told Jay, well, hey man, if he's listening, hey, that's great. Let him call in. And then when he starts to get whatever, just hang up the phone. So he gets going, then he just goes off on these weird tangents where you're like, okay, that has nothing to do with what we're even talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then one time, so Jay had to cut him, like, cause he was going on, dropping the N-word, all this stuff, man. I'm like,
this Harvey Council meeting on Monday night, man. And, I guess it's a guy that come all the time. He makes sure he put his name down so he get up to speak. So he's the first one to get up to speak. And same thing. He just gets up to speak.
Yeah.
Just because he want to be heard.
Yeah.
And they like, this guy say he don't know what an argument is, but he walks past my house every day. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's something, man. It's amazing. But we got some great listeners, man. I'm actually going to do a roundtable discussion here on the issues that are going on in the city.
Were you able to make Carl's thing today?
Oh, no, I couldn't make it today.
Yeah,
man.
Make it today.
Yeah, because I went to the last one.
Yeah.
The one up on the north side on Wilson. I went to that one. I couldn't make this one. I wanted to because our Norman used to call me the black Bill Gates.
Okay.
Because I've been in tech. For a while. I was like a handful of black people in tech.
Okay.
And so I would meet our Norman. He was like, "Oh man, the black Bill Gates, but but I just couldn't get up there today. Plus my son is in.
This is not. Just so you know, this is not back on.
Yeah. I just because I knew you weren't going to be on. I was going to wait till we.
Okay.
Yeah. But I wanted to make it. But my son's back in from college. He's up visiting. So young, his little brother is just loving it,
Right.
having him in the house, and stuff like that. So, and then today I just had to get some flyers done because we kicked off the 1921radio.com. Just a lot of stuff, man. Then I had to go by my building because they're taking up all the flooring now. You know what I mean? So I got to take pictures of that, let the investors know what's going on. You know what I mean? So, and then I leave next week. You know what I mean? So I got just all this stuff I got to do this week. So
You're gonna be excited, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be cool. So, but anyway, man, that's about it, man. I couldn't get it. I mean, I was trying. So I love what he's doing. And then they showed the clip from ours on the news on Channel 5.
Really?
Yeah, I recorded part of it.
Wow.
And I sent it to him. And of course, so it's basically, I don't know who filmed it, but they didn't get you guys. It was like me, John Swain, Carl, and
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I actually, somebody sent me the article.
Yeah, and it was bananas because I'm sitting there listening. All of a sudden, man, here's what they catch me on my phone. I'm like, oh man, NBC5 just played this whole thing, and I'm on my phone. So I want to circle back with what we're talking about going into the prisons and how we can, empower these young brothers. Fellas, she shows you never last. Let me tell them, she mom. She's mine. Cause it's in my drawers. Yeah, baby, yes, it's your number one. Yes, I know your mom. Jesse, you could play guitar. I'll go around the car. Me and this girl. WVON family, we're back. You know what that means. Anytime you hear the time, you know that it's time for the 1921 radio show. Yeah, I grew up in Minnesota. Yeah, I grew up in the 80s. Yes, yes, I've seen the time. I've seen Prince, Sheila E., all of them. Mint Condition, all Prince sound. All right, all of them. So of course I'm gonna play the time every time we come on. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Part 2 with Larry E. Roberts Jr. And before we went off, we were talking about the empowerment part, right? How are we empowering our community? How are we empowering those who are serving time and ways that we can help them when they come out? And one of the things Larry and I were talking off the air about what 1921 does as we launch tech startups, we've got manufacturing, is bringing in 3D printers and training these brothers and sisters on 3D printing, on manufacturing. All right. We're not going the route of letting AI do everything for us because we need to create these jobs. In the Black community, we're behind. Those AI coming is going to affect a lot of people, primarily in the African American community, primarily. So we're making in 1921, we're making a conscious decision that we are going to train and create these jobs in manufacturing. But first, you got to understand how business works. It's never personal. If there's a way for companies to make more money without messing up the bottom line, that's what they're going to do. So that means if they can get a machine to do the work of 100 men in their mind, 100 people in their mind, that's 100 jobs, and that money that they don't have to create. So let's say they've got 10 jobs and it's 50 grand each. That's $500,000 that they're not going to spend every year.
Right.
That's how business works. But when we come to our community, we got to look different. Right. We can't say, well, that's more money for us. We can't. All right. I got to turn around and say, I'd much rather create 10 jobs paying brothers coming out $55,000 a year so they can move forward, as opposed to, hey, that's more money for my company.
Right.
And all of my investors know that. All of my investors know this is not about us. I'm going to make you a millionaire. You're going to have equity in tech startups. You'll be a millionaire. But I need you to do is understand how we're going to operate. That if there's an opportunity to create 50 jobs, then we're going to create 50 jobs. We're not going to create 25 and then keep the 25, the money from the
So
25.
what does tech startup?
So a tech startup can be almost anything. For instance, we've got 2 apps that we're launching literally in the next 60 days. The first 2 apps out of 1921. One is a dating app for single people that makes it safer to date.
How long would it take for somebody to get a millionaire if they want to be a part of a startup?
Right. So it depends on what they invest and the amount of equity they get.
Okay.
So the way I set it up, we were the first company to do it. Damon John came later on. Mark Cuban came later on with these platforms. Harvard Business School published an article in July of 2021, basically called alternative investments. The fastest growing segment in finance right now is alternative investments. That's investing in anything other than the stock market, right? The fastest growing industry is investing in tech startups before they launch or go public.
Oh, wow.
And so we have the only platform, well, we don't have it now, but at the time we had the only platform where the everyday person could invest in a tech startup before it launches or goes public. And then you get a shared equity stake. So for instance, I have larger investors who put money in. They have their own 1% equity in every single startup we're launching. And we have plans to launch over 350 startups over the next decade. So my 1%ers, and then my investors who've invested, we have different groups: $500, $500, $1,500, $5,000, and then up. And so our 5,000 is already done. It's already done. Like they got it. Put me in, because they're splitting 5% equity in every startup. And so it really depends on where. Like for instance, my 5% shares and my 1% owners will be millionaires by the end of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're launching 2 in 60 days, and then we plan on launching 5 by the end of the year. And so, but then the beauty of that is all those jobs stay in the community. And like I shared at our thing, I didn't want to be the company that comes in, we launch a company, we get all the money and all the resources, and we don't live there, and the community doesn't benefit. We want to come in and say, hey, listen, not only are we going to be stakeholders, but we created a stakeholder opportunity. So that means if we come in, if we launch a tech startup in Austin, people in Austin community will get an opportunity to invest in that company.
Yeah.
So as that company makes money and those jobs are created, the people who live there can now get in a share as that company grows, right? So what happens? Hey man, why are you throwing paper around that company, man? Hey, my uncle is an investor in that company. What's an investor? I'm glad you said. Now we're educated.
Okay.
Right now, grandma, they can say, no, man, my grandma's an investor in this company, man. Don't be messing this up. They're bringing jobs here. Right. See, now what happens? They have not only do they have an opportunity to get good paying jobs and see the community grow, but now they benefit from it. Right. All those companies that are leaving the communities, no one in the community benefited financially from it.
Okay.
None.
Right.
So when they left, they're like, bye. None of them. So they bring a Walmart in. The community doesn't get a stake, equity in that.
And to your point, they say, I don't agree with people, tearing up the community, but kind of put yourself in the shoes of the people who tell you, right? Mm-hmm. We really don't own any businesses in the community except for barbershops, churches, funeral homes, a few sprinkles of restaurants here and there, but they don't give us a real opportunity to own good, viable businesses that really can help make us money, right?
Yeah.
It's just like if you take somebody out of jail and you give them a job, making $500, $600, $800 every 2 weeks. What does that go do?
Right.
What does that go do? They can't pay no rent. You can't pay a car note. So you're setting people up to fail. And I know it from a business aspect, man. Going to the bank ain't gave me nothing. And I had to struggle. I had to, discipline myself. I had to, be a good steward in order to get to where I am right now. And it's just really sad. And it can be very, very discouraging. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It can make you want to give up and just quit, especially when we don't know how to work with each other. And then too, I always talk about, I give an example about pizza, right? I'm old school.
Okay.
People, they have pizza from the night before and they pop it in the microwave, man, but the bread gets soggy, the cheese.
I know, right?
But you preheat the oven and put it on some aluminum foil or one of them old Baker Square pans.
Yeah, that's right.
And it may take longer, but it's gonna taste like good quality like it was last night, man.
Yep.
But this is the microwave day age.
Yeah.
We want stuff right away. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is,
Yeah.
So what do we do about that?
Well, it's like you said, the discouragement part. And I shared this at the Men Motivating Men, how I talked to 5 Black millionaires. They didn't want to have anything to do with investing in a company that's going to empower the community, right? Nothing.
Ain't that crazy?
I mean, and I have a nonprofit arm.
Yeah.
They could have literally written it off. They could have been like, "Hey, man, here's $250,000." They could write it off.
Yeah.
They could have been like, "Here you go."
Yeah.
But nothing. So you're right, and it was very discouraging.
Yeah.
Very discouraging. And yet, my largest investors were not African American.
I've often asked people like, why would you help somebody like me?
Mm-hmm.
And their responses have been, well, nobody really helped me, right? I think that's very, very selfish. You can't tell somebody what to do with their money,
right? Of course.
But I think it's selfish, man, that you are in a position that you have more money. You can't spend your money. Your kids can't spend your money. Your kids can't spend your money.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of you helping somebody else, man, to be able to come up like my dad should have been Sweet Baby Ray's.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had his barbecue sauce in Walmart, Sam's, Dominic, Jewel, White Hand Pantry. But my father didn't have the financial means in order to buy all his sauce, at one time,
right?
So he can get the order out.
Yeah,
and he wasn't able to do it. But he should have been Sweet Baby Ray, right?
Well, I mean, but that's why I like what you're doing, and why we're trying to do that. When someone gets a manufacturing certification from 1921, the beauty of it is we're launching the company, so we know when it's going to launch.
Right.
We know how many jobs we're going to create.
Right.
So that means that when that brother, that sister is ready, who's gone through the completion, as soon as they walk through those doors out of prison, they go right over to the company and they start. And like you said, what are they going to do with $800?
Right.
They can't, but they can do a lot with $55,000. So people say, why $55,000? Because in the state of Illinois, the median household income for middle class is $52,000.
Yeah.
You are now in middle class. So we are literally able to move people from poverty, $0 coming out of prison, to middle class.
Yeah.
That empowers. That says, and because, a lot of these brothers, and I've heard guys that come out, as soon as they get that first job, here comes child support.
Yeah.
So what is $800? Boom.
Yeah.
But if I'm paying them almost $60,000 a year, they can weather that. What happened in poverty when people when banks were charging, $40 and $50 for a bounce check?
Yeah.
Well, if you're making minimum wage and you get 2 of those, you can't recover.
Right.
So when you get your next check, you're already, and then it compounds, right? Oh, you missed. Oh, it's been 30 days. We're going to tack on another 30.
But what's key too? You can't just give them a job without giving them life skills.
And absolutely.
Mentorship and
absolutely.
Mental health incapacity,
Yep.
Substance abuse. It's so many things that go along with that, man. And unfortunately, we have to deal with that stuff too, which is why I do what I do inside of my non-for-profit.
Right.
To make sure that when they do get where they're trying to go, we've helped deal with that fear to go along with it. So.
Well, one of the things that we're doing is, and we're setting this up, every company we launch, everyone we hire, you literally get paid to learn how to save money. So we bring in financial planners, like Dorinda is one of them, Selena's one of them, Jamal is one of them, where every Friday is from 3 to 5, you're getting paid to sit in a class. Because what happens is they're going to come out and they're going to think they're rich because they're making $55,000.
Can you pay me to sit in that class?
I'll pay you to sit in that class.
How long are you going to sit there?
You go. Well, the way the class works is from
like 10,000 hours.
I can give you whatever you want, bro. I love it. Trust me. Because we don't. I've worked with different programs like construction, where these guys will get a job on a construction site, right? The first thing the brother who's been there will tell them, hey, man, don't go get a Hellcat.
Right.
Don't go get a car. You don't put $5,000 down your car note because you think, man, I'm making a killing. When you don't realize that the way construction works is once that job is done, you got to go put your name back on the list, on the union list, and wait for another job to come up. And that what happens is if that construction job is 6 months long and then it's done and you haven't saved any money because you think you're rich now, right? Now that car note is still due.
Yeah.
And so what we wanted to do is come in and say, hey, listen, you're making $55,000 a year. Hey, single mom, you were living off $25,000 somehow. Now you're making $55,000. Let's give you a raise. Let's let you live off $40,000, and we're going to show you how to save 15,000, so that by the end of the year, right? If you start in January, guess what? You have enough money to do: buy a house.
They gotta have no discipline.
Well, I mean, but yeah, but so no,
No, I mean, I'm just
right.
saying, it's
But
like
all
that's
we
the
can
only
do
thing.
is bring the education. We can set it up for them, like, hey, every month, here's how much money is going to come out of your check, so that in the end of the year, you're going to do this, right? It's the discipline part, because we can't tell them not to touch their money, right? But the goal is that once you see, wow, I got $6,000 in savings, and all my bills are still paid, and I got food and my rent, so I don't have to touch the 6,000. Again, we can't do that, right? We can bring in people, teach them how to be disciplined and whatever. Ultimately, it's their money. But what we try to do is say, at the end of the year, you own a house now.
Yeah.
Now you've got equity.
Yeah.
Now you can take care of grandma, or you own a building.
Yeah.
Now your grandma, you can put your grandma up, who's taking care of you and your mama. Now you can put your grandmother up so she can travel and do whatever. She pays you $100 a month for rent, or she doesn't pay anything at all, and then you rent out one of the other floors. So now you got your salary, you got a floor renting out. So now you're not paying rent, right? It's paying your mortgage, and you're taking care of your grandmother. So when we lay that caveat in front of it, and then we also show them families that are doing it, right? I have a lot of people who are in real estate and doing well. My goal is to bring them in so they see and it's tangible. Wow, you did it. Okay, I can do it. Yes, you can. This is what I shared in the interview earlier. I said when I got this thing with activists where they're like, we need another youth center. Nothing wrong with that. We need youth centers. But when you say we need resources, a youth center is not the resource. The resources are the people. The kids need to see people living in their neighborhood, getting up, going to work, doing the right thing. When you go to Lincoln Park, they don't have youth centers all over Lincoln Park.
Well, I say that all the time, man. It's like, I have a strong church background.
Mm-hmm.
It's my life. It'll always be my life. But after you get done praying and marching, what else?
Yep.
After you give them basketball, play basketball in the community center or the gym, what else?
Yep.
After you let them get off the computer, what else?
Yeah.
They still have to know how to be self-sufficient, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting for somebody to say, what answers do they have for the violence that's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are you doing more than just saying, well, we gave them a job, but you have to deal with everything else that comes along with that. You think that somebody is going out saying, hey, man, I'm going to go try and rob somebody today. I know I'm not going to get it. Ain't nothing going to happen to me, or I'm not going to go to jail. They know that there's potential. That's why they run.
Yeah.
That's why they try and get away. That's all of these things,
Yeah.
right? So if you give them something better to do, to say, hey, man, and you have to coach them, you have to mentor them to help them, and guide them until they get to where they're trying to go, versus just, giving them a job. Unfortunately, you can't just do it and then just put them out there by themselves. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much to it, man. And I'm just trying to do everything I can.
Yeah.
With my experience, I've been cutting here for 36 years, man. Been in business for 30 years. And I'm just kind of doing, everything I can. Like a robot can't cut no hair.
Mm-hmm.
A robot can't work on no cars.
Right.
A robot can't work on no washing machine and dryers and do no HVAC. And a robot can't do no welding.
Right.
So I'm dealing with schooling, that will help people to be able to make as much money as they want to make.
Yeah.
Versus, somebody, they punch somebody's time clock, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And they can punch somebody's time clock, but it's gonna be if you're working at Mercedes or Lamborghini or working on diesel or airplanes and stuff like that, you're making big money, So that's the road that I'm going down.
I love it. Well, it's like I was telling them. I said, listen, you can bring a youth center and put one on every block.
Right.
But if the mom is at home and she's working 2 or 3 jobs and she doesn't have time to raise you, well, it doesn't matter how long they stay, because what happens when they go home?
Right.
It's back to a toxic environment. It's back to chaos. Right. That's why I was like, this is why 1921 co-working and incubator is so instrumental, because now we take care of mom. Right. We help take care of the home, because that's where they have to go back to. So we get mom in that mental health, but we get mom in that financial planning class that she has to take if she's working for one of our companies. You get paid for it, right? So now mom is like, okay, man, I made it work,
right? Working
2 and 3 jobs, but my family suffered. My mental health suffered because I'm out. I got to walk, my car's down now. So now I'm, I got to call baby daddy one. I need this. And baby daddy one is like, well, you know what I need. These are the things. And if I didn't work in nonprofit, I wouldn't have known these things.
Right.
These are the things that these women have to deal with. Now, if we can remove that with a great paying job in their community, now where they got to get up and go. I mean, that's the beauty of launching them in the neighborhood, right? Is that she could take an Uber for $3, right? Or get up early enough and take a scooter or rent a divvy bike, right? And walk to work making 55,000 and up.
Make sure you hurry up and take a divvy bike out of there before somebody else.
I know. Hello. I know, right? But those are the things that I think. I mean, and that's why it's so incredible that when I was talking to these black millionaires, and they were just like, nah, and I was like, wow. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna go to the people. And that's one of the reasons why I was able to create the stakeholder opportunity was that I was able to say, hey, listen, you can come in, and now you're a part of it, but now you get a chance to benefit from it. Do we got a call, guys? Look, we have a call. I'm sorry. Hi, you listen to 1921 radio show on WVON. This is James. Doing well. How are you doing? Oh, come on, Evan. I love it. Boom. Mm, mm, mm. Sure. Wow, I appreciate that. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect you with the brother who was on earlier, um, because he's got what he's doing is amazing, um, as far as helping people in different ways I'm going to connect you with him. Okay. Do me a favor. If you can't write this number down, let me know when you have a moment. All right. 312. Yes, sir. Okay. 312 um 3254. So 312-841-3254. Okay. And I want you to talk to Jamal Muhammad. He was a guest on earlier. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. Um, and text me your information so I can get it to him. He's very very successful financially, and he's done a lot of programs, and he's got Zoom meetings. I'm pretty sure he's got some ideas that he can work with and help you out on that. Wait, say it again, sir. Text me your information. Yeah. No, you can just text me your information. Like, better yet, here, why don't I do this? Why don't Well, I can't because I don't want to give your number over the air. Okay, so just text me, sir. I gotta actually I gotta go to break right now. But just text me and let me know, so I can get your information to Jamal. No, sir. The number I gave you, the 312-841. Yeah, yeah. Text that number. All right, brother. Yes, sir. All right, WVM. We'll be back right back after these messages. We're talking about dealing with some issues. Peace. Yeah, man. It's a combination, right? It's the youth, but also taking care of mom at home,
Right.
taking care of dad at home, giving dad so he ain't gotta hustle and do something that could land him in jail,
Right.
or the mother isn't doing anything that could land her in jail.
Yeah.
Right. So if we're able to bring these, that's why, you know, I was trying to convey this to these. I'm like, guys, look, here's what.
Hey, are they coming or not?
I don't know. I just sent them a text because usually they come in. Yeah, they're supposed to.
Right, usually
Yeah. Because this is the last Thursday. They usually come in, unless I got the Thursdays mixed up.
I'm done.
Yeah, we're done. I mean, we can still keep talking if you want. If you got to go, that's fine.
Man,
I know, man. I know. Do you mean both? I had to pick my boy up who flew in from LA.
And I got to drive. It take me an hour to get home.
No. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I live in Manhattan.
Oh, my goodness.
By Joliet.
Okay. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'll actually go stay down. I didn't know how late we was going to be.
Right.
So my wife said, I'm probably going to stay downtown. And she was like, man, do it. And I didn't think I was going to be that late.
Right. No. I didn't.
I'm going to raise the windows down.
Oh, absolutely, man. But, oh, is it? Okay. Thanks, man. But yeah, but back to your let's see here. That's froze. But I won't just let me
I appreciate you having me on the show, James. Anytime, man.
No, man, absolutely, man. What was I saying? Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And I think that's kind of, you know, what we're trying to do, man. Just move the community forward. I mean, I'll walk up to the door. Ain't nothing worse than rejection. No, so they do 2:30. I forgot it's 5:30. Yeah, I'm Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll be right back. Yeah, man. I'm just gonna bring up immigration.
you will. Yeah. All right.
Peace, everybody.